Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been a while. I think last Thursday or Friday was when I put up my last video. Don't have much of one for you this week either. It's been one of those weeks where I've been working under the dash mostly, cussing, swearing, all that kind of stuff that you don't need to hear, and waiting for parts and such. So one thing I wanted to do, not sponsored by these guys, but my instrument cluster, if you remember second last video there, I had a bunch of the warning lights on, seat belts, airbags, ABS light, and I watched a bunch of videos, read a bunch of blogs, and there was all kinds of different ways to cut them out or get rid of them. Some of the guys said take the instrument cluster apart and snip the LEDs out, leave the open circuits. Well, I didn't want to do that, so on Facebook I happened to notice an ad on one of our car club sites for Saskatoon instrument clusters. Really good reviews. I mailed them my instrument cluster on a Thursday afternoon, going to Saskatoon from way down in the southwest corner here. It was actually delivered Friday afternoon, and they put it in the mail back to me on Monday afternoon. So incredible service. He shut everything off, and he even turned my odometer back to what the 59 was. So I have everything's good there. I got that all mounted after I got all the ducts run for the AC and everything. That's the other thing I wanted to show you here, was when I was looking for AC ducts, I had mentioned that the vintage air ones were brutally expensive. I think they would have been almost $52 Canadian by the time I got them here for a little bit of plastic. Well, I got these ones off of Amazon. They're a little bit bigger. They're really nice. They got louver that opens and closes completely. They screw in with a big nut on the back side. Then I had to figure out how to reduce the size to get the vintage air hose on. And I actually went to the local hardware store, and a 2-inch threaded ABS plumbing fitting was the perfect size. I ground the little ribs off the sides and glued it into this fitting. It worked perfect. This is exactly the right size for the hose. And then did some more sheet metal work. I made a little pattern, and I cut 2 of these out. I bent them 90s on the sides, and then just kind of rolled the bottom edge over here to make a circle. These just fit right through. The nut screws on the back side, and I just clamped the hose on the back here. Worked really well. So I've got that. I'll just show you. I got the cab here pretty much put back together. Get some light. So this is how the vent worked out. I got my OBD2 port. I put the cover on the bottom of the steering column. I've got everything installed there. I wired in all of the AC switches on the dash. It's a real mess of wiring in there. I made a little plate in the back there to mount the 2 relays, and it worked out really well. So the other thing that's happening is I have been waiting and waiting for AC fittings to come in. They finally came in yesterday, and I started fitting everything up, and everything fit well except for my number 8 on the high pressure side, and the fitting on the bottom here where it screws to the AC compressor. I got this kit from Amazon. It's got the 2 adapters to go from GM to flare or O-ring fittings, and I started this. It went about a quarter turn and stopped, and I went, must be a little bad spot in it. So I put a wrench on it. Well, that was a big mistake. I tore the threads off my adapter, and this thing's absolutely useless. So The seller on Amazon was really good. He refunded me for this, and I reordered another one. So now I'm going to be waiting another 10 days for that. So that sucks big time. The other thing I've got is I've been fighting, trying to figure out what this overfueling problem is. I checked all my fuel pressures. Everything's exactly where it's supposed to be. Nothing's too high. So I'm thinking that we've got those bad injectors, the ones that I had to hit with a hammer to, tap with a screwdriver to get to open up when I was cleaning them. I think they're probably sticking open because I'm getting random misfires when I hook up my HP tuners to it. So injectors are a whole nother ball game. I priced out some GM ones, and they're as much as 176 bucks a piece. Well, I only paid $1,100 for my donor truck. There's no way I'm going to pay close to $2,000 for a set of injectors for this motor. I did find they're called A Premium on Amazon. It got mixed reviews. Some are really good, some are terrible. You got to take those with a grain of salt because you get people trying to save a buck that don't know what they're doing and don't get things put in right, or they order the wrong ones and put a bad review on. One of my buddies here in town, he bought a set for his Dodge Nitro, and he put them in 6 months ago and they're just working perfect. So I got a set of those coming. I can't believe how cheap they are. I just hope they work. They're under $100 for 8 of them, so that's pretty cheap. So anyhow, guys, that's all I got for you this week. Just wanted to give you an update. I've got to get some more of this stuff done under the hood, and then I'm going to get sanding and prepping my doors for paint. We're going away on the 13th for a week, and I want the doors painted so that the paint on them cures before we go away. So going to go up into West Central Alberta, visit some family, go to a car show or two, so maybe I can get some video up there. So thanks for watching. I know it's not much of a video, nothing but blabbering away here, so take care, have a great weekend.